Hi everyone, my name is Natércia and I'm a YouTuber. I make lifestyle, health, fitness, literature, commentary content on YouTube, and I'm hoping to post once a week. I haven't been able to do that yet because it was finals, but right now I'm on holiday. I'm in my home island, and I am gearing up for the new year. This time has always been very special to me for a number of reasons. One of them being my faith, I'm a Christian, but also because of the new year. The New Year's, the New Year. I remember as a young girl, my dad would set time aside to meet with me and just ask about my dreams, my hopes, my projects, the things that I wanted to accomplish in the new year, and we will design plans of action together. And so this time has always made me feel as if though anything is possible and the future truly is just as bright as my faith. And so as I've been reflecting on this past year and most of all on what I want to accomplish next year, I've come up with, well, I haven't come up, I've come across a strategy that I've been super excited to put into place and that now I want to share with you because I think it's very effective. But first, let me share with you how my friend lost 150 pounds. And trust me, this is all part of the experience, it's all part of the same thing. I know what I'm doing. So one of my really, really good friends has lost over 150 pounds through an exercise that she calls the quadrant exercise. So basically, she was in this workshop and she was asked to write out her ideal life in four quadrants: social, physical, financial, and of course one that was there you go. And she said that first of all, she had to write her present life and then her ideal life in the present tense. So I am a really fit person. I'm 150. I go running half marathons twice a year, etc., etc. And then her reality, like I'm severely overweight. I'm struggling with my health, etc. Though you do your reality first, and then you do your ideal. And she said that she honestly was crying just because of how far away from her ideal life she felt she was. And then she was asked to gratefully select one of the four quadrants and ask herself, which one, if I change, is going to have the biggest domino effect on the rest of my life? And for her, it was a health one. So she felt like if she could control her health, her weight, she'll be able to accomplish all these other things in her life. And it's actually super cool because she's actually already lost 150 and her life has changed. And it's not just because of the weight, it's because all these other things that have happened, whether it's been manifestation or just a law of attraction or wherever it might be. Like she's now in an amazing relationship, hoping to get married soon. She's opening this very successful business. So all these things are changing her life. And she's kind of like really got me into this exercise. So I did the same thing, but I did 5 quadrants instead. I did health and fitness, spiritual, lifestyle, professional, and intellectual. Those are the 5 things that I wanted to focus on. So you can make any and every quadrant you like. It doesn't have to be one thing or another. It's your life, make it work for you. So that's gonna be part one. You're gonna sit down with yourself and make those quadrants. I spent about a week doing this because it's a lot of hard mental and emotional work if you do it right. Now, something that I used to help myself during this process was Pinterest and shuffles. I made some real cute boards for each one of those quadrants within the ideal, and I feel like that helped me to really visualize what I wanted. So I think that could also be a good resource. And I decided that the quadrant that I had to work on the most, or the one that if I changed would affect my life most, was health and fitness. 2024 has been a year where I've worked really hard on my health. I've been struggling with health issues over the last few years and things are better, but they're still not where I want them to be. And I know that if my health gets better, then I'm going to be able to be a better worker, I'm going to be able to be a student, and I'm going to be able to have the routines in my life that I need to develop in order to have my ideal lifestyle. So that's step one. Make sure that you spend some time really and truly and intentionally working through your quadrants. Sit down with yourself and do that. I actually brought my journal with me, and the sun is setting. I'm recording this video, and as soon as I'm done recording, I'm gonna make sure to finish writing my quadrants. I'm done with pretty much all of them except for the lifestyle one, but I have the visual for it. To the visual. And I know that I want to have a very slow lifestyle. I want to spend time with like female friendships, women. I want to be a good mom. Anyways, so I'm going to finish that once I'm done with this video. And now we move on to step number 2, which is where you actually set those goals. Right now, for example, my goal is to go to bed by 11 p.m. and wake up by like 8 a.m. I still experience insomnia, and so it might seem like a very simple thing, but for me, it's super challenging, and it actually affects every single area of my life. When it comes to setting goals, I'm not gonna go too much into detail in this video. I am a goal setter. I love some goals, and if you'd like another video that goes more in detail, I love to make one, but I guess for the sake of keeping this video relatively short, I'd just say you have to come up with a system that works best for you. For me, right now, what I want to start implementing come 2025 is a system where I review my goals short-term, mid-term, and long-term. So, for example, in my case, I know that my goal ultimately is to improve my health. And so I set a sub-goal or a little objective within that category, which is to go to bed and wake up at a reasonable time. I'm gonna try that for a week. And then at the end of the week, Sundays is usually the day where I like plan for the week and review my goals, set my goals, etc. So at the end of the week, on Sunday, I'm gonna review my goal and see how I did. Ultimately, you want to make sure that your setting goals are going to become habits, because those are the systems that are going to help you get to the lifestyle that you want to be. And then when I say midterm, I would say, for example, at the end of the month. So at the end of the month, I'll have a look at the quadrant and see, okay, like in what ways have I grown? In what ways is my health better than it was at the beginning of the month? What are some of the goals that I got better at? What are some of the goals that I might want to add in the future? You get the gist, right? And then long term would be, for example, 3 months in or 6 months in or both. Again, I sit down with myself and have a look at the quadrant and the things that I've accomplished. Now, something that I think is really important is to try not to overwhelm yourself with goals. If you feel like you're doing great and you're killing it that week, you're going to bed on time or waking up on time, great. But then don't suddenly go, okay, I'm also gonna like work out this many times and eat these foods and do this and that and the other, because that becomes unsustainable. Sometimes, like, it's oftentimes that we set so many goals and then we get overwhelmed and you know what I mean. And you know what I mean because you've been there. So that's kind of something I'm trying to work in. Remember that this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Say it after me. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So trying to make sure that I'm taking the long view and just really pacing myself and making this goals habit. Sometimes you find that one goal you set is really not sticking. I want to say get rid of the goal, just like strip it down even further. So for example, say my goal is to go to bed and wake up for a reasonable time for a week every day, and like that's not possible, then my goal might be to just try to accomplish that once a week and then just build it up from there. Like this day and this day, putting in my calendar, I'm not gonna stay up, I'm not gonna hang out with friends, I'm not gonna do this, that, or the other because I'm going to bed on time. So again, don't get rid of the goal, just strip it down to its bare bones, because you are trying to build habits. And you can do it. Truly, like, there's nothing that you can't do. Sometimes you just have to make it very, very simple. And this is a little anecdote for you guys. I remember when I learned how to write. I remember that they gave us like really big letters to like cut down. And then once we had that mastered, a few weeks after that, they gave us really small letters to cut down. And then they gave us like normal size letters. And that's how I learned how to write. It was like first mastering like one extreme and then going to the next and then learning the middle ground. So that might help. Then tip or step number 3 is, if you see it, you can achieve it. So I will definitely say make use of tools that will allow you and help you to visualize things. For example, in my case, I make a vision board that I put on my desktop every year. And that's super helpful because as soon as I open my laptop, I get to see what my objectives are, the kind of person that I want to be, the kind of things that I want to accomplish, etc., etc. Some other things that you can do are to make those vision boards for your quadrants, not just for like the 2025 year. And then make sure that you put them in places where you can see it. So for example, in my case, I'm putting them on my mirror and on my desk and on my laptop. So just make sure that they're going to be places that you can. So make sure they're going to be places you can see them. A little kid just run by. And then the other thing that I want to talk about is goals and resolutions versus systems. Systems are things that you put into place that help you accomplish your goals and your resolutions. So for example, in my case, one of my goals is to run a couple of 5Ks next year. And so in order to accomplish that, I am going to be setting routines and systems so that I can train. Another goal that I have is to submit some literary work, so some essays and some poetry. So what I'm doing is I'm looking up some different like journals and writing contests, etc., etc., writing down the dates where work has to be submitted, and then setting a system whereby I'm writing all those dates. And then another one is violin. So I wanna take my ABRSM grade 6 violin exam at the end of 2025, and have to like play 3 cases for that, for example. And so one of the things that I'm gonna do is, okay, like January through February, I'm gonna work on 1 piece. February through March, I'm gonna work another one, and then March to April, I'm gonna work on my 3rd piece. And so I'm setting in place systems. And then again, we strip it down to its verbal. So for example, what do I have to do to be ready to perform piece A by the end of February or by mid-February? I probably have to have these lines down within a week. So then I just work out schedule from there on. I guess the workforce system will be kind of schedule. And again, I don't know if this makes a lot of sense. I hope it does. But again, if it doesn't, like, I'm super happy to make a video about it. I might be able to make another video sometime. So that's kind of like how I'm gearing out for 2025. I hope this is helpful. Again, I'm a YouTuber. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. It's a little weird talking to a camera, and I know what I'm thinking here, but I don't know if it's coming across. So if it does come across, please let me know, because then I'll feel a little better about it. But also if it doesn't, let me know too, because then I can adjust how I speak about things and hopefully they're a little clearer. The most important thing when it comes to setting goals and resolutions and all the rest. The kids are shouting again. The most important thing, honestly, is to be kind and gentle and generous with yourself, because you're not going to be perfect and you will make mistakes, and that's okay. Don't go into 2025 thinking every single day I'm going to go to the gym, or every single day I'm going to eat healthy, or every single day I'm going to write my journal, because newsflash, you won't do that and then you'll feel bad about it. So Don't expect perfection, but rather expect sincere efforts. That's something you can do. You can give sincere efforts, not perfect ones, but sincere ones. So again, I hope this was helpful. If you have any comments, any questions, if you want to know about my 2025 goals and resolutions more in detail, let me know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please let me know somehow. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, and Happy New Year. Bye.